Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Video Clips. Couple of announcements. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, we have a free preview of the Food Over Medicine license program. You'll learn lots of cool stuff about health. We'll also show you how the program works. Costs nothing to join. Send me an email at pampopper@msn.com if you're interested. Another thing is Careers with Wellness Forum. We are always starting new groups and that sort of thing. So if you are interested in talking to us about career change, you're trying to figure out what to do with yourself if you're an already trained health professional and you just want to go in a different direction, or if you have no training at all, send me an email at pampopper@msn.com. I do conference calls from time to time to have discussion groups about this kind of thing. And I'll send you information, and I allocate time every week for one-on-one discussions about this because I think it's really important. We've got some cool stuff coming up at Wellness Forum. Tomorrow night is our next free dinner. We do these once a month now. And if you live in driving distance of Columbus, you want to come and join us for a delicious dinner. You do have to make a reservation because we have to know how many people we're going to serve. And if you take a yoga class at our studio, if you're a new student, you come to our yoga studio between now and the end of October, we'll give you 2 months of free yoga. So take your first class within the next few weeks here, and you get 2 months of free yoga. So if you're interested in that, and you live in the Central Ohio area, send me an email at pampopper@msn.com. We try to do a lot of free stuff here, so take advantage of it. And you might even decide you want to do some paid stuff here if you sample some of what we do. All right, so here's what I want to talk about today. One lesson that I think we all should learn from the COVID debacle is we all want to avoid being placed in an assisted living facility or a nursing home or other type of controlled residence. I mean, people who were locked up in these places for many months to a couple of years had no quality of life. They were basically delivered 3 meals a day. They were deprived of human companionship and activities and even spending time with each other. I don't want to end up there, and I'm sure you don't want to either. Well, we have to address the cause. Poor health and frailty are the reasons people end up in these places, and both are preventable with the right diet, exercise, and other important lifestyle habits. Exercise, that E word that everybody resistant to doing something about, particularly strength training, is very important because it's one of the primary ways in which people can avoid frailty, which is a leading cause of admission to care homes. In addition to keeping you out of nursing home hell, strength training has been shown to increase your actual lifespan. And one thing I want to say about that, I'm always plagued by people who will say, I don't want to live to be 100 years old, and just I hope I get hit by a bus before I get to that point. All the people who think they don't want to live to be 100 years old, I've met with so many of them over the years. I mean, thousands of people I've talked to over all the years I've been doing this, who have said, I'll do anything. People who are stage 4 cancer patients, 90 years old, I'll do anything. People like living more than they think that they do. And sometimes when they realize it is when they're faced with a catastrophe that threatens their life. So anyway, expanding your lifespan is actually more important than some may realize. According to a 2022 review conducted by Japanese researchers, exercise designed to strengthen muscles was shown to lower the risk of dying from cancer, from cardiovascular disease, from diabetes, and all-cause mortality by between 10 and 17%. Adding aerobic exercise lowered the risk even more. And also strength training lowered the risk of developing these conditions like cardiovascular disease, cancer, and diabetes as well. Now, the mechanism of action is really well known. Aging without deliberate effort to counter it results in loss of muscle and deteriorating bone health. Strength training counters this and adds years, not only to lifespan, but health span, which is defined as the period of life during which humans are in good health. And what I might add to that, something I said earlier, is so many people think that they don't want to live a long time because they see older people in our culture who are, in bed, laying in a nursing home, whatever. I don't think any of us want that, but you can live to be 100 years old without that. You might remember just a couple of weeks ago, I covered the doctor, the oldest practicing doctor in the country, who's 101 years old, who lives here in Ohio. Well, studies have shown for a long time that people who have both upper and lower body strength have a lower risk of mortality regardless of their age. And studies have also shown that falling is the second leading cause of unintentional injury-related deaths worldwide, behind only traffic accidents. So people who are strong and who have good balance and coordination are not as likely to fall as those who are frail. What's even better is the maximum benefit comes from 1 or 2 resistance training sessions per week, totaling 30 to 60 minutes. So you don't have to turn into a gym rat. You don't have to train to enter the Arnold Classic in order to preserve your independence and extend your lifespan. You just need to do some strength training. And there are all kinds of online programs. You can do virtual training with us. Most of you probably live within driving distance of some place that you can go to exercise, or you can build a little home gym for yourself. Lots of options there, but the important thing is that you do something about it and you get yourself moving, because being sedentary is it's a slow death that you die from being sedentary. I saw that with my mother, who prided herself on never exercising. Just said that, you know, she was happy to not ever have to do something like that. Well, it cost her a lot, including her life. So I've seen firsthand what happens when people don't take care of themselves and let themselves deteriorate. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. What I want for you, what I want for myself is great, healthy, long life. And that comes from eating right, and yes, exercise and strength training. All right, that's all for today. As usual, pass this on to anybody who you think might enjoy watching it, and I'll be back to you tomorrow with more news.